Welcome. I have a problem. I can't stop buying frickin' Dodges. I don't know. Something about them, I guess. Al Bundy was right. But you just can't trade in a Dodge. So today I'm just going to show you the Laney Garage. This is all the cars. We got two motorcycles also. And just going to give you a little introduction, a formal introduction of all the cars. And Andrew is going to talk about his two cars, and I'll talk about mine, but they're really all of our cars. So we'll start off with the big boys, and we'll work down to the little guys. So, you know, obviously we have the 2019 Ram Power Wagon, pretty much fully loaded. Everything I ever wanted on it is a factory ordered truck. We got the 2003 Dodge Durango Survivor car. Had 123,000, is that right, Andrew?
133,000.
130,000 miles on it after 20 years. Thought that wasn't bad. Bought that. And Andrew will tell you a story about that car. And we got the 19 Challenger. You know, after looking at a lot of cars, Andrew drove around a beater for a long time, and he just kind of wanted to get something that was cool, and he saved up a good bit of money, and he ended up on a Challenger. I think that's kind of what started the Mopar garage, was the Challenger, because it wasn't long after that I got the Viper. And once I got the Viper, and I had a Pontiac Fiero that I had that was supercharged, and you know, I could post some videos of what I had on that car a little bit. It was pretty cool. I really started with Fieros. I loved Fieros, and you know, I don't know, I still love that car, but I ended up parting with it. I put $20,000 into that car, not counting my labor and my buddy's labor and all my slave labor friends. But I ended up selling that car for almost nothing, and because I'd blown it up 3 times, and ended up going for the SRT4. I said I wasn't going to buy another car. We had enough room for all the cars in the garage, and I'm just an addict. I just can't stop buying shit. So came home with that, and well, obviously it got delivered, but we'll just take a quick little video. If Andrew, you'd like to follow me to the truck. So we have the 19 Ram Power Wagon. It is just going to tell you a couple things about it. I'm not going to just do a whole full-on, there's a million review videos out there. But I'm going to tell you what I liked about it, and what got me hooked on it was I was driving a Toyota Tundras, and I liked the Tundras, the 5.7 V8, the 4.7 V8. I really liked them. And you know, honestly, this truck, I had bought a Twister truck, like the Ram, the one for the movie Twister, but it was a diesel, and I loved it. I just was like, it was quirky. I loved the Dodge, and so I bought another Dodge. I bought an 03 Cummins, and I loved it. It was a single cab, lifted. I did the Pioneer radio in it, and just a couple little things to it. Straight pipe exhaust. It was loud. I loved it. I don't know. It was a quirky truck. Dodges have some weird, quirky electronic things, and you know, honestly, I just loved it. And then I bought another one off my dad. I bought an 05 Ram extended cab. It was a diesel with a rebuilt motor, and I didn't have as much luck with that one. It just had some weird, funky check engine light whenever you towed. Anyway, I ended up selling it. I had 3 Dodges at one time, pickups. I ran a little lawn care business, so I kept the old Twister truck just hooked up to a trailer. And you know, something about Dodges, I just kind of fell in love with them from there. I kind of liked them as a kid. I just always thought they were cool. And I started driving a beater car for about 2 years and saving my money to buy a new Power Wagon. I was almost going to buy a Ford Raptor. I went and drove it though, and I was so disappointed with the Ford Raptor. The sound of that V6 engine just killed me. I didn't like it. I hated it. The 10-speed transmission, I just don't like how it shifts. It was just no. I thought I was the route I was going to go, but Andrew's giving you a walk around here. I thought that was the route I was going to go, and I couldn't. After I drove it and met my hero, I didn't like it. And then I went and drove a Power Wagon the same day. It was the 18 Power Wagon, so they looked slightly bit different. They had a 6-speed transmission, and I loved it. It wasn't fast like the Raptor, but I just loved that truck. I was like, man, and it had cooled seats in it, and I was like, if I get one, we live in Texas, we gotta have cooled seats. So anyway, saving money. Of course, these trucks now are stupid pricey, but I paid $62 for this truck out the door, and I ordered it factory ordered. I ordered all the buttons, and I had to wait 6-7 months to get it. It was I literally was driving to the train yard here in Amarillo to see if my truck was getting unloaded every day, because I knew it was getting close to the date. So I would drive down there every day on my lunch, waiting for my truck to get delivered. And finally one day I saw a red Power Wagon getting unloaded, and I was like, that's gotta be it. And literally it sat at that train yard for like 2 weeks before they loaded it on a truck and delivered it out to New Mexico. I bought it in New Mexico because I don't like to deal with the local dealers. They're all shady. We'll do a car salesman video someday, and I'm a real dick to them. But I found a nice guy that I liked in New Mexico, and I ordered it through that Dodge dealer. And Bender Dodge is actually the name of that dealer, if anybody wants to know. And the guy's name was Tom. Really cool guy. Anyway, so 19 Ram Power Wagon. It's got the winch on there. Power Wagon's got a winch. They got front differential locking, rear differential locking. It's got a downhill assist. One of my favorite things is it's got the shifter for the 4x4. So it's got the 4x4 shift on the floor. I think some of the new Power Wagons, they've done away with that. Man, I don't like that. But if you look right there, you'll see the 4-wheel drive shifter. I got the 12-inch screen. Of course, you see your buttons for the front and rear differential locker. Sway bar disconnect is really cool. It's not like this truck gets off-road as much as I'd like, but you know, it's nice to know you have it. And I have used them, and I've been off-road a little bit, and I plan to do some off-road videos for you guys out here at the canyon. Hopefully sometime this summer we get out there. We just, you know how it is, you go to work and you just get lazy. Anyway, some of the cool things about the truck. One of the cool things that I liked that I didn't even know I was gonna like is underneath the mats here, you have a little cooler, a little ice chest cooler on both sides of the truck. Keep your drinks in there. Of course, I have those Husky mats to kind of keep things nice. Heated and cooled seats. Love that. I must have out here in Texas. These Ram boxes, these things are totally worth the money. I have the power outlet in there that I got there. The only things I didn't get on my truck, it has the sunroof, everything, and it has the lighted bed, as you can tell. Got my bicycle mounts. I do a lot of mountain biking and road biking. And one of the big things about it is I don't like the adaptive cruise control and stuff, so that's the only thing I didn't really get. If we kind of look in here where the light is, I actually added a Thurin suspension system on this truck. So this is a greasable sway bar end, and as you can see, it's way thicker than a factory one if you know with these trucks. Fox 2.0 shocks. It's got the upgraded track bar, all greasable. It's got tons of grease fittings. As you can see, the Thurin, it's an extended track bar. As you can see up there, it's got its own box. It's a pain in the ass to mount. I got the upgraded coil springs, and they're lifted. So the truck's actually lifted another additional 1.5 inches. And up here we have the Reservoir Fox 2.0s with the Thurin soft springs. That's the 1 inch lift on the front, so, or 1.5 inch I think. And we got the Rock Bros mud flaps, just something we can get on Amazon. And love it, love this truck. It's a great truck. Of course, it's going to ride like a big truck because it's got the upgraded underneath the front here. But kind of take a look and see, I have the King steering dampener, Thurin front track bar. It's a solid axle truck, so it's going to ride like a truck. So if you don't want a truck that rides like a truck, then that's not the truck for you. Okay, I'm going to switch off here to Andrew. He's going to talk about his Durango next. This is the next in line, and this is his daily driver for the most part.
My name's Andrew, and this is my 2003 Dodge Durango. It is the last year model, and the reason why I bought the Dodge Durango is because I wanted a truck but I kind of also wanted an SUV and to kind of try off-roading, and I wanted something beginner level. So I was wanting, you know, just something beginner level, and I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money because I don't need like locking diffs or adjustable shocks and stuff like that. So I went with this. This was the next best thing, and living in Amarillo, Texas, in the middle of nowhere, you kind of pay if it's a truck or an SUV with all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, it's automatically $10,000 no matter what condition it's in. And you might think I'm crazy for spending $8,000 on a first-gen Durango, because I'm actually in the Dodge Durango groups, and people say I'm absolutely crazy for paying for one that has 133,000 miles on it. But yeah, this is mine. I got it out of Colorado, and there is no rust on this car, very, very little rust, and bought it with 133,000 miles, and about 2 years later after owning it, the engine blew up, started rod knocking after only putting about 2,000 or 3,000 miles, which is kind of, I don't really drive it a lot, but like I love driving it though. Like I've taken it on trips and stuff like that to Lubbock and whatnot, but after it blew up, I decided to get a replacement motor from Jegs, so it's not like bored out or anything crazy done to it. But what I have done to it is that I put a performance air intake on it. So let me just pop the hood for you guys. So if you look in here, the engine bay does look relatively the same but different. As a performance intake, as a high-rise throttle body, big gulp throttle body. It has the aluminum valve covers on it, and of course, in order to put more power into it, the main upgrade though is the cam that I have in it. And it's not like the biggest cam you can put in it. I wanted middle of the range because I did not want to deal with the chop. I mean, it has a little bit of chop, but I didn't want like an obnoxious chop. It's a 2003 Durango. It doesn't, you know, it's not that fast, but it does have the power that it does deserve now. And I spent about $7,000 on a replacement engine along with all the upgrades that you see. And it was one heck of a job. It took us like 2 weeks to do. And let's just move into the interior. So let me close the hood. The interior is not the top interior for this. It has the fabric seats, but it has the nice fabric seats, so they're really comfortable. They have that colorful color into them where they have the red and the blue dots into the stitching. And it has 3 rows, so I can fit 7 passengers into this vehicle. And another thing that's probably really rare to see is a fully functioning radio. It still has the CD player. It still has the cassette deck. All the lights and all the knobs still work, and I have never had a problem. You just closed the door? I've never had a problem with it. And that's kind of one of the main reasons I love this car, is because it still has the factory radio still in it. I can just put a CD and put a tape player. I don't need to put my phone in it. I can kind of just disconnect from it. And while we did the engine, but just before that, I put Monomax shocks on it because I really needed shocks, and it rides so much better. It's got brand new tires on it. The wheels are still in good shape. The paints need some help, but we'll get down to that road at some point. But yeah, that's about it really. This is my 2003 Dodge Durango. The motor blew up after a couple thousand miles, and it does have a muffler on it, so let me start it up for you guys. So you can kind of hear a little bit of that chop. You can hear that it's cammed. It sounds pretty good. It's not too loud or anything, which is what I like. And yeah, it's a really great all-rounder. So I guess I have put about $17,000 into this car, tires, shocks, an engine, and all the upgrades. Actually, that might be about $18,000, but I'm still in cheaper than a brand new Durango, and it still has the off-road capability. So I really do take a lot of pride in this car. And if I were to do any more upgrades, it'd be very minor, if any. So let's move on to the next vehicle. Okay, so our next vehicle that we're going to do is my 2019 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack wide body. So I got this after Lawrence got his Viper about a year and a half or so afterwards. And the reason why I wanted the Challenger is because I just liked them. Before the Challenger, I had a 2013 Scion FRS, and that was kind of my beginner sports car. That was kind of my beginner sports car, and it's just so slow. That car was so slow. Like, getting outrun by a minivan slow. Like, that's just embarrassing. And, well, sorry, the dog's just barking. But anyways, I just wanted a faster sports car, and I got this. This is plum crazy purple. I wanted purple because I didn't want red. I didn't want black. I just wanted a cool color from Dodge. And plum crazy purple, once I saw it in person, I knew that's what I wanted. And you know what? I get so many compliments from chicks, and so many chicks stop by to look at it. Like, this is a chick magnet. Out of all of our cars, this is the chick magnet. It has a 6-speed manual transmission, and there really isn't anything done to this other than it has upgraded tires. It is a completely stock Dodge Challenger. It has the 6-speed manual transmission. It has heated and ventilated seats. It has all the sport modes and all that cool stuff. It has the leather and the Alcantara. The back seats are totally usable for grown-ups.
Sound system.
And it does have this upgraded sound system. It does have the Harman Kardon. And I love this car. Another thing, like, if there is a car that manufacturers need to model their cars after, it's the Dodge Challenger, because it's so comfortable. It has the power. It gets 20 miles to the gallon for what power it makes. It has a huge trunk for basically anything you need. Like, if you're going to put anything bigger, you obviously need a truck or an SUV, but this trunk is just massive. Here's my sound system, Harman Kardon, and of course, no spare tire because it's so big. Still has the plastic on it down here. Have the tire pump, have the battery. Like, this is just an amazing vehicle. This is kind of the vehicle we take on road trips. It's great. And really, that's about it for this vehicle. I wanted the Challenger simply after Lawrence got his Power Wagon, and this is the next best thing.
Okay, Andrew, thank you for that. I'll take over and do the my other two cars. I got my 94 Dodge Viper. Everybody's dream car as a kid, probably, if you're around my age. It's cherry. It's pretty much factory. It has the Ballinger headers on it and exhaust. It's got the upgraded, just small things, the custom spark plug wires and everything. You guys have seen this car in a couple videos, but I'll pop the hood for you and let you guys check her out. Everybody wants to go under the hood of the Viper. Andrew, if you'll bring them in here and show them those headers and smooth tube intakes and the upgraded custom made spark plug wires. I kept the factory air boxes because, you know, they're just better cold air intakes than the ones you can buy, in my opinion. They did a lot of engineering for them. Everything is clean. This car's got 37,000 miles on it, and it's a hoot to drive. It's loud with the Ballingers, obviously, and it makes really good power, honestly. The torque is incredible on it. One of the things that sold me on this particular car was the peanut butter interior. I was actually going to go for a Gen 3 Viper, and then for some reason, as Andrew knows, I saw this car with the peanut butter seats and I just fell in love with it. And you know, I just love it. It's got the Hurst short shifter in it, and it shifts great. All AMSOIL fluids, obviously, that I put in these cars. So the AMSOIL, actually, this is the car that you'll notice AMSOIL transmission fluid does the best on, because when I literally changed transmission fluid, the shifting was about 20% better with the AMSOIL fluid, just because the second gear is notoriously kind of rough in this car. But not anymore. Has no problem at all. The tires are hard to get for these cars. They only make Michelin's, and I think Pirelli might be the only other company that makes a tire that fits the stock wheels on these cars. And a lot of people like to complain they don't like the gap between the fender, or the tire gap on these cars, because, you know, they're not as modern as the new cars. It has a lot more gap between, but I don't ever see the problem. It doesn't bother me. It's a personal preference, I guess. But these tires, show them how wide them tires are underneath the car. They are wide tires, 335s on that car. Show them from behind. Yeah, go back. Yeah, there you go. And give them a little view under the car, under there, so they can see how clean it is and everything. I'm not an expert detailer when it comes to underneath the car, but I mean, this car was in Chicago and when I got it, so, and lived its life up there, and obviously it just doesn't have any rust. It's a very fun car to drive. It has the top and windows that you put into it, and I just, you know, I wash it with the top off, as you know. You don't have to have it on there. One thing I will note, if you do ever buy a Gen 1, is to remove this back window when you're driving. It makes quite a difference, doesn't it, Andrew?
Yes.
So you will not get the wind noise having that on. I really just put it in to wash the car, and then I'll take it out for drives typically. But yes, Andrew's made some videos on the Viper hood and everything on that. Headlights on these cars are stupid expensive. They only made what they had, and that was it. And so you will frequently see headlights for these sell for anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000, sometimes just for one light. Moving on, the SRT4. This is our new addition. I'm sure you've seen tons of videos on it already, and we just did the little trip in it, and it's kind of like the little cousin of the Viper. Now, the original people that were involved in the creation of the Viper were involved in the creation of the SRT4. What's his name? Dan. I can't think of it right now, but anyway.
His name is Dan.
His name's Dan, but yeah, he was one of the guys on Project Viper, and in the 90s he saw that the tuner scene was becoming a thing. They wanted a car that can compete with the Honda Civic Si and beat it, and so they started working on this project, and they were called Performance Vehicle Operations at the time. There was no SRT at the time, so this became the first SRT car, even though originally it was going to be a PVO car. On the dash it says Performance Vehicle Operations, so that was still left in there, but the name officially changed to the Street and Racing Tech Team, or whatever it's called, and SRT became born with this car, and then everything after it became called the SRT. The Viper became the SRT10.
The Viper truck.
Yeah, the Viper truck was the SRT10. You had the Viper SRT. You had the SRT6 with the Chrysler Crossfire when they merged with Mercedes. So just a lot of neat things. But this car was really just kind of a cool car, underrated I think at the time, because the factory rating on it was 215 horsepower many times, and we'll probably get it on the dyno here at some point to show you guys that these cars made the same or more power than that to the ground than what they advertised. Now obviously Dodge probably did that for insurance purposes to get younger guys to buy these cars and have you know, this was the giant killer. This thing could smoke a Mustang of the day. It could smoke a Camaro of the day. I mean, maybe not the Z28 Camaro, but you know, it would definitely run with them and beat them, especially in a roll race where this car really shines because the torque comes right on at about 3,000 RPM, and it just takes off like a bat out of hell. This car really can go. It's a light car. It's very quick once you get her up there, and beautiful, fun car to drive. It's quite fun. I love the Viper seats in the car, and if you come around, I'll open the door and give you guys, I'm sure you guys have seen it, but you know, if you're new here, you guys can see the inside. Take the key out there. I've already tinted the windows and just did some minor things to the car. The car's all stock. There's nothing really done to it. It's got an oil catch can put on there, and all factory, 38,000 miles now. So this car's got more miles than the 19 Challenger. So yeah, so this car is just fun car to drive. If I had my fact sheet in front of you, I could tell you some more fun facts about it. Some of the cool things, like the brake calipers have the little Mopar logos on them. These wheels are really cool. They're actually a homage to the Viper. Oh, the one that was, everybody knows that Viper. Which one was it, Andrew? It was in a lot of video games, but it was just the race car Viper anyway. But can't think this morning, and brain's not working. But that wheel design is a homage to the Viper wheel. You got the Viper-esque seats, and you got the wing on the back, which technically is functional. It catches anywhere from 25 to 50 pounds of downforce. Now I know that sounds silly, but
You have to be going like 100 miles per hour.
it is functional, and you know, it just kind of gives it to the look. But it wasn't put on there to, you know, it doesn't just look. It actually does catch some wind. On the front hood scoop, the hood scoop actually blows air over into the car to cool the turbo down. So it actually has a purpose. It is just to get some ram air to the turbo and help cooling on the turbo. So everything was created with a purpose on this car, and just like the Viper, everything was created with a purpose. So guys, I think I have a problem that we buy cars, and you know, it's kind of a feat just to, I hand wash every car. So it's almost a feat to get every car clean and get them out here just to show you these guys, because typically only 2 or 3 of these are clean at one time. And so to get them all cleaned up and even though, I mean, I cleaned them, they're already dusty. We live in, you know, West Texas, where the dust is just part of life. But this is them all cleaned up, and I'm sure by tomorrow every one of these cars will be covered in dirt. That's just how it is. And then I live my life, I say, to just come home and wash these things. So but I do enjoy washing them and cleaning them up. You know, there are a lot of maintenance. There's a lot of maintenance involved in owning even though for some of y'all this is probably a small fleet, but I think everybody that has as many cars as me knows that maintenance on these is a lot. You know, you got a lot of tires on the road, you got all these registrations to do, you have oil changes, which I do run the AMSOIL, so everything gets changed at least once a year with the AMSOIL Signature Series, and that's why I run the AMSOILs, because look how many vehicles I have to maintain. I don't have time to do cheap ass oil. So buy the good stuff, and I know I'm going to do this one in January, this one in, you know, April, and this one I'm going to do in January, and that one I'm going to do at the end of the summer, and that one I'm going to do at the end of the summer. So the turbo car might get a little more oil changes just because it's a turbo. So but on the same breath, I'll never put enough miles on it.
30 minutes.